Hala Madrid! Congratulations to the Royal Club of Spain on their 36th La Liga championship in club history. Although this day was anticipated, it came sooner than Real Madrid fans expected. The 3-0 win against Cadiz and Barcelona's crushing 2-4 loss to Girona sealed the title for Los Blancos with 4 rounds to spare. Real Madrid dominated the 2023-2024 season with no competition on the domestic front. Girona briefly took the lead over the Royal Club, but that was quite a while ago. The Catalan sensation was completely countered by Real. In a season where Barcelona and Atletico Madrid faced instability on multiple fronts, Real Madrid cruised to the finish line. Facing Cadiz, who was almost certainly heading for relegation, Real Madrid fielded a lineup with many substitutes, including Frank Garcia, Dani Ceballos, Ada Güler, and especially the return of goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. After 9 months of injury rehabilitation, the Belgian goalkeeper made his first appearance for Real Madrid. His last match was on August 3, 2023, when Real lost 1-3 to Juventus in the Florida Cup. Against a much weaker team, Real Madrid dominated the game with 72% ball possession. However, the crucial goals didn't appear in the first half, but fans didn't have to wait long. In the second half, the home team delivered a goal fest with goals from Brahim Diaz, Jude Bellingham, and Joselu. This win pushed Real Madrid 14 points ahead of second-place Barcelona. Coach Xavi's team had to defeat Girona in the Catalan derby to delay their arch-rivals championship. They got off to a smooth start with a goal from Christensen in the 3rd minute, but just a minute later, Artem Dovbyk scored the equalizer for the home team. This was the Ukrainian striker's 20th La Liga goal of the season, keeping him ahead in the race for the Pichichi Trophy, with 2 more goals than second-place Jude Bellingham. Barcelona knew what they had to do to prevent Real from winning early, so Robert Lewandowski scored from the penalty spot to make it 2-1 for the first half. It seemed like a good start would allow Barca to avenge the first leg loss, but it wasn't to be. A terrible second half from Barcelona, especially their defense, led to 3 goals conceded between the 65th and 75th minutes, closing the game with a 2-4 loss. This defeat not only forced Camp Nou to watch Real Madrid win La Liga, but also lost them second place to Girona. Thanks to Barca's defeat, Real Madrid clinched the title 4 rounds early. The 36th La Liga championship in club history is a deserved reward for what the Royal Club achieved this season. They may not have excelled in every match, but when it mattered most, the so-called champion DNA came through to secure 3 points for Real. Many times this season, Los Blancos only secured 3 points after the 80th minute. Once or twice, you might call it luck, but when it happens repeatedly from one season to the next, it is called resilience. Only a great club has the composure to win in the most critical moments. Real's only loss up to the end of the 34th round was against their neighbors, Atletico Madrid. But that didn't affect their journey to the championship much. Girona, Bayer Leverkusen, Aston Villa, and AS Monaco were interesting dark horse teams this season, but only Leverkusen maintained consistent success, while the other 3 lost momentum over time. Girona had been expected to challenge Real Madrid, but this momentum was halted after a 3-0 win by Los Blancos on Girona's home ground. Since then, Real appeared unstoppable, maintaining the top spot from round to round, month to month. Barcelona did exert some pressure on their arch-rival, but direct losses to Real kept them behind. 2 defeats in El Clasico further diminished Barca's status. Moreover, losing both matches against Girona, each with a score of 2-4, made their road to the title much more challenging. Meanwhile, Real Madrid simply dominated La Liga in the 2023-2024 season. Among the top 5 scorers in this season, only Jude Bellingham played for Real Madrid, and he is just a midfielder. This shows that Real didn't rely on their forwards like Vinicius, Rodrigo, or Joselu for their championship run, as even defenders or midfielders could step up to bring 3 points to the Santiago Bernabeu. However, that doesn't mean their forwards are bad. Joselu scored 9 goals, Rodrigo scored 10, and Vinicius scored 13. These numbers might not seem exceptional, but no one is criticizing them. Instead, it highlights Real Madrid's collective spirit. This is a team with many players, each playing a unique role and capable of shining when the team needs them most, contributing to this championship. Let's not forget the excellence of coach Carlo Ancelotti. Despite never having the ideal squad he desired, rather than complaining or asking President Florentino Perez to bring in new players, Ancelotti utilized the available players in the squad. The Italian coach understood their strengths and weaknesses and exploited them to make them most useful for the team. At times, Real Madrid lacked defensive personnel to the point where Ancelotti had to push Tchouaméni down to play as a center-back. While this was a temporary patch, the French player performed quite well despite being out of position. Ancelotti's influence helped him gain control over each Real Madrid player. Everyone had to listen to him. Wherever he placed them, they played without objection. Tchouaméni once said, "As long as the club wants me to play, even if it's as a goalkeeper, I'm willing to accept. As long as I can contribute to Real Madrid, I'll do whatever I can." To earn the title of Spain's most dominant team, besides talent on the field, these players had to be loyal and unconditionally love this team. This doesn't mean they play without compensation or salary. It's just an example of how players approach the game with the best possible mindset, even those frequently sitting on the bench without complaining about it. They understand that only the 11 best players get to play, so sacrifices must be made for others to shine. The case of Nacho Fernandez is a prime example. He has never been highly regarded for his skills, but what Real Madrid fans respect most about Nacho is his perseverance and willingness to be a backup, giving up the spotlight to others. To become a great club, the first and foremost requirement is internal unity, and Real has that. We see images and videos from the team's locker room, always filled with fun and laughter. Antonio Rudiger, despite having joined for less than 2 years, has a significant influence on the team. On the field, he plays like a warrior, giving his all until the final whistle. But before or after the match, the German center-back turns into a different person, always bringing fun and laughter to the locker room. Ancelotti's age might suggest that he wouldn't be energetic on the sidelines, but the Italian coach is an exception. He often celebrates with his players with trendy dance moves. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say Real Madrid is the only club with everything a great club should have: wealth, facilities, fan base, history, tradition, titles, and quality people. Is there anything the Royal Club doesn't have? The La Liga title isn't the final ambition for Real Madrid this season. There's still the Champions League, where Los Blancos have shown dominance over the rest. And of course, the 15th Champions League trophy in the club's history will be their next target.